Hi, I'm Bronson Arroyo, and you're watching Player Style Files. I always knew from a very young age that baseball was going to be my thing. I grew up very strange. My father was into weightlifting and all his friends were as well, and I grew up down in the Keys. You know, I'm a 4- and 5-year-old kid hanging out in the weight room just watching this go on, and I start playing t-ball, and my father realized that I just was much more gifted than most of the kids out there. I could backhand a ball and throw it across the infield like a 12-year-old, and he had never played catch with me. So we start working out in the weight room as if I was a Major League Baseball player.
Pull, come on, it's all yours. Come on, pull it! Pull, Brian, pull!
I knew I was working harder at age 6, 7, and 8 years old than most anybody's ever walked the planet. Ozzie Smith was my guy, so I grew up watching him do backflips. I thought I'd be a big league shortstop. So all growing up, I played shortstop and pitched both. As I became probably 16, 17, and 18, I started realizing that pitching was going to be where I was most projectable. So I knew I was going to be drafted higher as a pitcher than I would be as a shortstop. My years in Pittsburgh were a bit trying, and then I got over to Boston, and everything kind of changed and clicked in a way. They kind of let me be myself and let me pitch outside of the box as I do, pitch backwards. You know, back in 03, 04, we had a really wild locker room with Kevin Millar and Manny Ramirez, and Johnny Damon had grown his hair out and looked like Jesus. And there was just so many different characters in that locker room. It was like going to a carnival every day. So, it's been funny, man. I still get people come up to me and say, when are you gonna put the cornrows back in, you know? The only person in that locker room that thought I was out of my mind for putting cornrows in was Curt Schilling, because he was a bit more straight-laced. In that locker room, I came out of the gate, I pitched well with the cornrows, and we were on this amazing run. So by the time we got to the playoffs, I was pitching against the Yankees, and they had hairstylists around Fenway Park putting people's hair in cornrows, and so it was all right. This house I'm living in now, this is by far the biggest place I've ever lived in. You know, my house at home is 1,400 square feet. I built it by hand with my father and my uncle. I have a bigger place now because I enjoy people coming around, and I didn't want to put them up at a hotel. So I've got a place that they can be comfortable in. This is the closet here. My fashion sense. Well, I don't know if I have any fashion sense, you know? It's like, I guess I would describe myself as a non-bling bling guy. I carry a flip phone. I don't wear a lot of jewelry. I just try to be me. I try not to be too flashy. These are suits that I never wear except during the season. They force us to dress up on the plane, so. This is my version of the Louis Vuitton bag that all the guys like to carry on the road. I go old school. The True Religion jeans, yeah, I'd probably take these. A little beat up, but I'll take those on the desert island with me. I've got an accumulation of shoes lately that I didn't used to have, but I'm getting close to the end of my career. I'm not really sure, so I'm stockpiling Nike shoes before they stop sponsoring me when I no longer throw a baseball. My bucket list hasn't really been started yet because I'm 38 years old and I'm trying to play this game until about Jamie Moyer's age, which might be the next 10 years. And the things that I've been aware enough of that I thought I could achieve in my life, I've always gotten there, and I believe I got plenty of innings left in my body.